Hi, this is Kylie Koo. So I've been tagged to do the TMI tag, that's too much information. And I've been tagged by Diana of Artfully Yours with Diana. Diana is an amazing artist and she works with a range of different media, including mixed media, and she's also a digital artist. And in some of her most recent videos, she's been talking about her pre-YouTube art, and all of her videos are really well worth seeing, so please go and check her out. So with this tag, I've been asked to answer 40 personal questions, and that's what I'm going to do. However, as I hadn't done much art over the weekend and I was itching to get some done, I decided that I'd do an art journal page at the same time. Today is officially the first day of spring, and the sun is shining here, the birds are singing away and they're busy nest building. There's snowdrops on the ground and there's daffodils and there's crocus all around the garden, and today's feeling good, so it's a good day for doing some journaling. So let's get started on the question. So the first one is, any piercings? Well, just my ears, and I think I was about 23 before I got those done. Second question, how tall are you? Not tall enough. I think I'm still waiting on a growth spurt, although I've basically learned to live with the fact that I'm small and I'm probably never going to grow any taller. In fact, I know I'm never going to grow any taller. Question 3. Any tattoos? No. I have always fancied getting one, but so far I never have. I mean, I've actually looked at tattoos and looked to see which ones I would like, but no, I can't bring myself to do it. Question 4. Ever been in love? Only once, and it continues. 5. Favourite show? Gosh, there are so many. I would have to say the Gilmore Girls. I think I know I've seen every single episode of the Gilmore Girls. I was also a very big fan of MASH, and I still sometimes watch the odd rerun of that. And another show is Happy Valley. It's a show that's been on in the UK. We've just had the second series here. It's a police crime drama and it has been absolutely brilliant. Question 6. Favourite bands? Okay, I would say that I am totally out of touch with chart music just now, so I probably always look towards the older bands. Always a big fan of Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. Fleetwood Mac I like a lot. I do love a bit of Meatloaf. And I really like classical music, and there's a band there called Il Divo. So they're definitely one of my favourites. Number 7, something I miss. I tend not to miss things, but certainly beings, be it human beings or animals that have been part of my life. So yeah, those are the things I miss most. Number 8, favourite song. I don't think the day would be long enough to list all my favourite songs. There really are so many, so it'd be difficult to pick just one, but a few of those that I like are, well, there was an Amen Corner song called If Paradise Is Half As Nice. I just adore that song. Peter Sarstedt, Where'd You Go to My Lovely? There was a Scottish singer called Jim Diamond, and he recorded a song called Should Have Known Better, and I just loved that. Born in the USA, of course, by Springsteen. I Will Always Love You, the Dolly version, and covered brilliantly by Lorelei in the Gilmore Girls. I Am I Said, by Neil Diamond. The Wings That Fly Us Home, John Denver. I could really go on and on with favourite songs, but those are just a few of mine. Question 9. How old are you? Well, old enough to know better. Question 10. My zodiac sign? I'm an Aries. Question 11. Qualities I look for in a partner. Well, I've never had a checklist, but I guess if I did, It would include things like caring, compassionate, integrity. It would probably be a pretty long list actually, but those are the three main things. Favourite quote? Oh, there are so many great quotes out there, but when I set up my YouTube channel, I'd come across a quote by Einstein, which is, "Creativity is contagious, pass it on." And that for me just sums up what I am now about an artist and as a YouTube artist. Favourite actor? That's question 13. So I'm going to take that to be both women and men. And for women, I would have to say just now, one of my favourites is Sarah Lancaster. She was in the show that I referred to earlier, Happy Valley. Really, really brilliant actor. And for UK viewers, and perhaps anywhere else that's had the programme Coronation Street, Sarah was in that years and years ago. And the character that she's playing now is just so different, and she's just turned into really an incredibly talented actor. I would also list Sandra Bullock. I mean, Sandra's just so versatile, you know, she can do comedy, she can do serious stuff, just really good. In terms of the men, well, I would say Daniel Craig. You know, he's brought a whole different feeling to that kind of James Bond, to the James Bond films. But I'd also have to say Tom Hanks. I think Tom Hanks has to be one of the best actors ever. He is just so good in whatever he does, and I really do enjoy his work. So, favourite colour. It's funny, I think my favourite colours have changed over the years. I remember as a child liking blue. Then it changed to green, and now, and for quite some time now, it's been orange, but I do actually love all the colours. So question 15, loud music or soft music? Well, really both. I mean, sometimes you just can't beat a bit of rock and roll. So I'll often play kind of loud or rock sort of music when I'm doing the housework or tasks of that sort. But when I'm creating, reflecting or relaxing, then it more often tends to be sort of soft music. Where do I go to when I'm sad? Well, most of the time it's inside my head. Question 17. Ever been in a physical fight? Not that I can remember. 18. What turns you on? So I'm going to take that to mean, what is it that I really enjoy? Well, family, creating, sunrises, sunsets, all the seasons, but spring particularly. Oh, the trees, the flowers, the birds, the bees, the butterflies, ladybirds. There's lots of things I enjoy and, yeah, just love. 19. What turns you off? Bad manners, aggressive drivers, and soundbite, attention-seeking politicians. And I could go on about that a lot, but best not to. 20. The reason I joined YouTube. Well, as I said earlier, creativity is contagious, pass it on. I'd been watching YouTube for some time. When I say some time, probably only about a year or so. I hadn't realised there was so much material on YouTube. It's just vast, it's immense. The talent that's out there is, you know, especially in the art and craft community. And I looked at it for a while and wondered if I should, would it be too much effort in some sense, but then decided no, I do want to share what I do with others, and if others can see that I can do it, maybe they'll feel like they can do it. So, as I said, I came across the statement or the quote, creativity is contagious, pass it on, and decided, yes, that's my motto from here on in, so I'll give it a go, and if at the end of the day it doesn't work out, then nothing lost, nothing ventured, nothing gained. There's another quote. 21. Fears. So Obviously everyone has concerns about their family and whatnot, but you know, putting that to the side, beyond that, I suppose my fears are for the world generally, just in terms of war, in terms of the environment, you know, all those things that are going on that really shouldn't be. So yeah, I do have a lot of fears about that. 22, the last thing that made me cry. I mean, again, obviously there are things that happen with family or friends. I can't actually remember the last thing that made me cry specifically, but I do know that I sometimes get upset watching the news. That's just so full of so many sad things just now that, yeah, sometimes that makes me cry. The last time you said you loved someone? Well, not very long ago. 24. The meaning behind your YouTube name. Well, Kylie Koo. That's my name and art's my game. So it is a bit of a long story behind that, and yeah, I'll share it one day, but maybe not today. 25. The last book that I read. The last one was The Long Glasgow Kiss by Craig Russell, and it's set in Glasgow in the 1950s. 26. The book that I'm currently reading. Unusually, it's another book set in Scotland, and it's called Hour of Darkness by Quentin Jardin. I don't know, I'm not particularly into it. I probably will keep reading it until I'm finished, because by and large I tend to do that. So yeah, but I'm not really enjoying this one. I've also on my Kindle, I've got Anna Karenina on the go by Tolstoy, but I have to say I have been reading that for so long. I keep putting it down and then I kind of forget where I've got to, and I really think I need to start right at the beginning now. 27. The last show that I watched. You know, I don't think I've watched any TV in the last few days, other than maybe seeing snippets here and there, or maybe watching the news. But the last show I watched was probably Happy Valley, that I referred to earlier. I've certainly got a few things recorded that I need to catch up on. Question 28, the last person I talked to. Well, that was my husband, just before I sat down to record this voiceover. 29. The relationship between me and the person that I last texted. That was my friend. She texted me to let me know that the weather with her was very good today. She's about 80 miles away, so sometimes the weather between her and me here can be very different, but we're both sharing a lovely spring day today, which is nice. Question 30. Favourite food? Well, I was always a bit of a fussy, picky eater, but my tastes have changed quite a bit as I've grown up. So I like Italian, I like Chinese, Indian, Mexican, and of course, being Scottish, I like haggis, neeps and tatties, although not every Scot does like haggis. I think, you know, my favourite meal would probably just be a kind of quite a simple pasta dish with maybe a tomato and vegetable sauce and some garlic bread and salad on the side. 31. Place I want to visit. Oh, there are so many different places in the world that I'd still like to visit. I've been fortunate enough to visit a good many places, but yeah, there's still a few more on the list. 32. Do I have a crush? No. I did have plenty as a teenager, but no, not now. 33. The last time that I was insulted. I don't actually remember, and I suppose it depends on what you take an insult to be. As far as possible, I try not to let things bother me, really. So, yeah, I don't remember the last time I felt insulted. 34. My favourite flavour of sweet. Well, I do like chocolate, but I really like orange flavoured chocolate or orange Smarties. The other thing I like, and I've got a bit of a thing for just now, are Russian toffees, and those are caramel, chocolate covered caramel, and they have just a kind of hint of raspberry about them. Absolutely delicious. Question 35. What instruments do you play? Well, I play the guitar and the mandolin. I did start to learn the violin as a child, but the screeching even got on my nerves. 36. Favourite piece of jewellery? Well, I don't actually wear a lot of jewellery, but my favourite would be my wedding and engagement rings, and also a necklace that my husband gave to me the very first Christmas that we were together, so I've had that quite a while. 37. The last sport that I played. Oh my goodness, I need to go back quite some time to think about the last sport that I played. So, you know, by that I'm assuming it was some sort of competition sport. So it would probably have been a game of tennis or football, as in soccer. So really just knockabout games with friends rather than serious competition. I did for a number of years do a bit of rock climbing, and I do now do yoga and Pilates, although I wouldn't necessarily class them as sport. Favourite chat up line? Well, I don't know if that's me doing the chatting up or being chatted up. I don't know what that question is about, but I don't think I have a favourite either way. So, number 39, the last time I hung out with anyone. Well, that was probably at lunchtime today, when my husband and I sat down to have lunch together. Other than my husband, it would have been with my niece earlier in the week. And finally, question 40, and that is, who's next? Well, I'm going to be tagging two people. The first is Tanya from Tartan Taz Creates. She does some beautiful paintings and journal pages, and she's also into other crafts such as crochet, so please go check out her channel, and she'll also be doing the TMI tag. And the other is Me, Myself, Pencil Art. We've just connected recently, and she's got some great videos, some great art. She seems to draw animals, birds, insects, really good stuff. So please go and check them out, as well as Diana from Artfully Yours. I hope you've enjoyed hearing a bit about me, and I hope you've also enjoyed seeing me create this art journal page, Enjoying the Spring Sunshine. Thanks very much for watching. I decided I'd leave you with one more quote from Albert Camus. Don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Don't walk in front of me, I may not follow. Just walk beside me and be my friend.